So I'm here to do kind of a review, I suppose, on the 120 palettes that I own. I so far only own the ones that were sent to me from BH Cosmetics, and I have been asked loads of times to compare them to other 120 palettes, and obviously I can't do that, especially the Coastal Scents palettes. That's what a lot of people ask me to compare them to, but I can't. But saying that, I have got, I should be receiving another like 160 or something like that palette from another company soon, hopefully, and then at least I'll be able to kind of compare that one to these as well, or just let you know how that one is on top of these ones. So the first palette I received is the 120 Eyeshadow Palette, and this is the first edition. This is my favourite palette. I think this, I'm going to say straight off the bat, I think these are phenomenal eyeshadows. I was very sceptical about them at the beginning. I've heard mixed reviews about the 120 palettes, and also thought that they were like too good to be true, kind of, pretty much. And I'd heard like mixed reviews about the quality of them and all that kind of stuff. But as far as I know, from what I've heard other people saying, that the quality of many of them has improved in the last few years. So this is the first one. It comes like this. So you have your top layer there, and it has 60 colours in it, obviously. Then the top tray just easily comes off like that, and you have the bottom tray underneath. And there is this wee little ribbon here as well to help with that dismemberment. So these are the colours. They're very, very bright. I'd say, you know, any bright colour you can possibly think of, it's here. And they're extremely potent, which is what immediately impressed me. Not only the matte colours, but the, or not only the shimmer colours, because shimmer colours do tend to be more potent anyhow. But the matte ones are incredibly potent for what they are. Like this is one of the pinks, if you can see that there. And then another matte, this is a lime green one, and then a yellow one. Now I have been wearing looks that were made with this palette for my last several videos. In my last video where I had that like a blue smoky eye and it was winged out, that was from this palette, as was like my peacocky look. So I have been happily using these palettes quite a lot. Oh no, the peacocky might have been from the 88 Shimmer palette. But anyhow, it's pretty much the same thing. The shimmers in these are absolutely stunning. No, it was from here I used the peacocky look, even with what I'm wearing today. I'll just show you now. So this is made with like two eyeshadows and then just the black. Even that black is extremely like opaque and potent, and it's such a good colour payoff. It kind of looks like I've used liquid liner or some kind of eyeliner, and I haven't. It's actually just the black eyeshadow pressed in over my eyelashes using an angled brush. So I'm extremely impressed by the colour payoff of these eyeshadows. I've already had these palettes now for a few weeks, and I have been using them quite a bit, but I still haven't gotten through every colour, obviously. I mean, there's some of them that are untouched, but from the ones that I have used so far, I have very little negative comments to say about it. Maybe there's a little bit more fallout with some of the like more shimmery ones, but at the same time it's still not too much fallout. And maybe it'd be nice if there was some more matte kind of how would I put it, like skin coloured colours, or more like, you know, like brulee or something like that from MAC, you know, those like nice kind of colours that you can use for blending out eyeshadows, or just a really nice matte cream eyeshadow. But there's some lovely warm browns at the bottom of this as well. So this is definitely a palette I would recommend anyone get if they're either looking for a palette like this, or they're new to makeup and they want to invest in eyeshadows. You seriously won't need any other eyeshadows for a long time if you invest in this. So these are I think it's 25 or 29, I'm not too sure, but you can, I will put any information on my blog, of course, and I'll put the link to BH Cosmetics below. I'm only going to link them because I don't know about the other companies that make them at the moment. So that was the first palette. That was the first edition. So the second palette I got from them is the same thing, looks the exact same box, but it has on the back, it's how you know, it says number 3 here, and the other one has number 1 on it. So this is the 3rd edition. I know this is a little bit more expensive. I think you pay about $5 more. Like $5 compared to euros is only about $3.50. I think it's very, very little. And you can see straight away, even from the first layer, that there are much more toned down colours in this. Which there's no harm in it. It's nice to have both, and there's a lot more mattes in this as well. And in the bottom one, much more kind of toned down smoky looks, or smoky eyeshadow colours. Still quite potent. I've really enjoyed using some of these colours. This is like a dark green. Like the purples in these are really impressive. Like definitely comparable to the Makeup Forever 92. I know a lot of people are a massive fan of that. There's some beautiful browns, beautiful reds, beautiful, like you really don't need any other palettes as far as I'm concerned when you have these, and especially like I said if you're starting out off. So this one is about $35. I'll check that up for you again, but it's a little bit more expensive. This one would be a great one to have, you know, if you wanted to do more sophisticated looks. And I can honestly say, well, first of all, I'm not a makeup snob. I don't care about what products cost. It's more about quality for me. But I would happily use this in my professional kit if needs be. I wouldn't feel embarrassed or anything like that about using it on a customer as long as they were happy for me to use it on them. And I would only ever use something like this as long as I have tested obviously extensively on myself and I'm very, very happy with the quality. And I honestly am, like, this is very, very high quality eyeshadow, especially for the price. I mean, it's unreal if you think that there's 120 eyeshadows per palette and, you know, you're paying probably the equivalent to like €25 or less for them, which is brilliant if you think like a single eyeshadow in many brands costs €20. Like I know in Ireland the Makeup Forever ones are €20 by themselves. So I know you get a lot more product for it, but still, I mean, you rarely get through a full pan of eyeshadow either way. But that was the 2nd eyeshadow palette, and that's the 3rd edition. So I also recommend that. I think I kind of prefer the first one just because there'd be colours in there that I just have never owned before, and I'm a big fan of brights. So I'll just go and show you the 88 Shimmer palette now quickly. So this is the Tropical Shimmer palette. It's a smaller size than the other ones, kind of. Actually no, it's actually bigger, and I'm surprised. I thought it was smaller for some reason. So it's, is that showing up? Yeah, it's longer. Same width, but it's like a taller. This has only 1 layer. And it has a massive mirror as well, which I think is dead handy. But these are the colours, and they are all shimmers, but still beautiful colours. Now the pans are a wee bit smaller, and because they are all shimmer, you might get a little bit more fallout from it, but look how potent the eyeshadows are. And I'm literally just touching my my fingers to these. I'm not like smushing them down to try and get the best payoff for you. It's another beautiful kind of reddy colour, and even the light pinks there, if you can see that, it's really, really pretty. So this one, I think it's probably around the same price as the first 120 palette. I'll link the, like I said, I'll try and find out the prices for you, and I will link below. But yeah, I like that it's not like too much colour in it, considering it is shimmer. I think it would probably be more virgin on tacky if it was like all bright neons as well as shimmer. I think they've done a good job on keeping them slightly more neutral. But I haven't played with this quite as much. I have used it a little bit, and I'm just as impressed with it as I am with the other ones. So yeah, that's just my kind of general review on these. Very impressed. Well worth the money, because I don't think they're worth that much, like I said, when you consider that they pretty much cost the same amount as one higher end brand eyeshadow. For longevity, they last fine. I mean, I haven't found them at all wearing off. Now I do actually use the BH Cosmetics eye primer, with it. And let me just say, this isn't a sponsored review by any means. They haven't asked me to do this. The first video I did of them was because they sent me the products, but this is just on my own. It's just letting you know what I think and letting you know that I am very impressed by them. And I've even said in my like couple of videos how I'm really impressed by this eyeshadow primer. It just holds on to colour really well. So yeah, I just press I use like, you know, like a really kind of tightly packed eyeshadow brush like this that doesn't have much you know, much resistance to it, as opposed to this kind of one that's really floppy. This one is much more stable. I think this is a sable one as well, but they just pack on colour really well, and that's what I use to just like really just press it onto my eyelids, and then I just use a blending brush to blend around the edges, and it gives a very good payoff of colour. Yeah, but that's it. That's my review for the 120 palettes and the 88 palette that I own. I'll let you know about the next one I get, hopefully if I get it soon, and in the meantime I hope this was helpful for